Hello, welcome to all. And today I am going to discuss another important chapter of English grammar, that is tense. Well, without wasting a single minute, let's start with the topic, that is my tense. As per its definition, a tense may be defined as that form of a verb which indicates the time and state of an action or event. What does it mean? Tense may define a verb or its form of verb, and it also indicate when time is happen, or it also say something about when an action is happen or event. Well, first, time of an action. Here is some questions given to understand time of an action. What does it meaning hold? First example says he goes to a school, means present time of an action. He goes to a school, refer present time. Second, he went to a school, refer past time. And third, he will go to a school, refer future time. Means these three sentences shows when work is done by any person. First sentence refer he goes to a school, present time. Second, past time. And the third, future time. And from the above sentences, it will be clear to the students that there are three main tenses. How many tenses are there in all? Three main tenses according to time. Listen my word, according to time. Three tenses according to time. Name the present tense, past tense, and last but not the least, future tense. Let me describe it further. State of an action. State of an action. How tenses can show state of an action? Means state of an action refer how the work is done by anyone. Let me change my color of pen. And yeah, right. State of an action means, let us clear it with some amazing example which is written for you. I write letters regularly. I am writing a letter. I have just written a letter. I have been writing a letter for some time. What these sentences refer? Then these sentences are for function of a tense. Mark my point, function of a tense. First sentence was First sentence was I write letters regularly. It means I used writing a letter at regular interval. It may be daily basis, or it may be monthly or yearly. So first letter shows my habitual function. What type of function is done by I? Habitual action. In second sentences, what type of work is done by I? Here I is a subject. Is it clear to all? Then what type of action is done by I in second sentences? Then your answer must be progressive function. It is continuous, means I am writing a letter, means right now. And the third sentences refer I have just written a letter. I have just written a letter means present perfect, or you can say preceding function. Don't worry, I will discuss it in upcoming slides. So stay tuned. And another most important slides is also written here. The tenses and their function. As I said, I will discuss further the function of tenses, and here is a slide. First is the present indefinite tense. What does present indefinite tense refer? It can be referred habitual action. Any present habitual action comes under present indefinite tense. Then what is habitual action? Such action which is done by anyone repeatedly, or you can say in a custom manner or practice. All this word is written also here. Habit, custom, practice, repeated action, permanent activity, or general truth. Mark these points and you never get fumble in determining the tenses, whether the tenses is present indefinite or either one. And some other words is also written here for your convenience. These ideas are expressed by the adverbs of frequency: often, seldom, is usually, never, occasionally, sometime, normally, generally, always, frequently, rarely, daily, and many more. These are the adverb and adverb of frequency. I have made a video on adverb further. You can go and watch there. And these are come on the topic, and what I am saying, these are the words which help you in determining whether the sentence is present indefinite or any other. Let's talk about its some interesting example. And first sentences is the old lady goes for a walk in the morning. Means how you can decide these sentences should be written in present indefinite. Here, so your answer should be, here is a word. The word, the old lady goes for a walk. That is good. But when? In the morning. Given time. And these sentences refer what? Habit. Habit. A kind of habit that have old lady. A kind of habit that have that has a old lady. Means she use daily walking. When? In the morning. Second sentence is Pierce usually believe everybody. Means he has Pierce is a subject. It can be a name of any person, and he usually believes everybody. Means he has a tendency to believes on everybody. Means it also shows his what habit, how he believes everybody usually. Here is another slide coming up, and you can also judge by yourself whether the sentence is should be written in present indefinite or in another tense. Let me read. Arnav often gets late for lunch. Mark my point. Often, always, seldom. These are the frequency of adverb which helps us to determine a sentence whether it can be written in present indefinite or in another type of tenses. Well, and it can also be determined by some other point. Oh, sorry. These tenses is also used to make a statement is in the present, showing permanent nature and activity of subject and eternal principle. For example, if you know someone very well, then what is your sentence? Your sentence must be, I know him well. It means it is a truth for you that you know him very well. And second, he teaches in Sant Xavier College. Means it refer what? It refer his habit. Means he teaches in St. Xavier College. And the third, the cow gives milk. It also comes under eternal truth. How? Cow what gives? Cow gives us milk. So it also comes under eternal truth. And last sentence but not the least, rivers freezes at high altitude. It is universal truth, And when we talk about universal truth, we have to use present indefinite, not any other tenses. Uh, so rivers freezes at a high altitude. When you go at a high altitude, you feel cold, and that is why a river freezes at a high altitude. Right? Okay. And some additional uses of present indefinite tense is also written here. Uh, Historical present means when you have to indicate historical present. What does it meaning? It is very important. Let us try to understand it with example. Now Netaji enters and addresses the Indian soldiers. Listen, second sentence. Now Arjun shoots arrows at Bhisma. Netaji enters and addresses the Indian soldiers as my first sentences, and you can able to see now is a word used before these sentences. So now refers the present narrative. You can also say it is present narrative. When someone say now Netaji enters and addresses the Indian soldiers, means Netaji addressed the Indian soldiers is a past event. But when someone says now Netaji enters and addresses the Indian soldiers, means it refers to present time. Right? And second, it is also used for future arrangement. Means let us try to understand it with the example. The Prime Minister arrives from New York tomorrow. What does it mean? The Prime Minister, almost 90% chances here, arrives from New York tomorrow. She leaves his job next week. He must probably leave his job next week. It is sure certain, but not 100%, maybe 95%, but sure certain. Well, okay. And here is some questions for you, and you have to try it by yourself and comment me in the in comment box. I will check it out, and shall we go? Yeah. And the second tense is written here. Let me change my color of pen, and my color of pen is going to be blue color. And also let me reduce my thickness of pen. Yeah, it is suitable. Okay. Oh, what I am doing. Yes, it is suitable. Back to my point. What I was saying, my next topic is present continuous tense. Let us discuss it with first definition, and we will move to we will move on to its example. And this tense is normally used for an action in progress. Mark these lines. I also understand unboxing these lines. Yeah. Mark these line for an action in progress. Such action which is continued. What? Continued in the time at the time of speaking. Let us try to understand it with very interesting and amazing example. My first example is, she is not working. She is swimming in the river. Means right now. She is not working. Means when she speak, she is not working. Uh, then one can understand she is not working right now. And second is, she is swimming in the river. It refers as she is swimming in the river right now. You need not to mention right now. When you uh, uh, talking to someone in present continuous tense, you need not to mention right now. Example, she is swimming in the river right now. You need not to say right now, right now, right now. And the second use of present continuous tense is also written here. It is also expresses future action or a definite arrangement in near future. Yeah, it is also used for future action or arrangement in near future. What does it near future means? Let it check out. I am going to cinema tomorrow. Mark this last word, tomorrow. Tomorrow is a word which is used for so near future. You all know. So I am going to the cinema tomorrow. Here is not use of future continuous. Mark my point. Here we do not use future continuous, but what you can use present continuous. Why? Because as per its use, it is also used for future action or a definite arrangement in near future. And second example is, she is coming next week. Means it is scheduled. She is coming next week. So we can use present continuous tense with these. And these are the words which helps us. These are the words which help us to determine whether I can use present continuous or not. Word like next week, tomorrow, and many more. We will see further. Okay. And as I study in present indefinite tense, additional use of present indefinite tense, very similar. Here I also teach you some additional uses of present continuous tense. What does additional uses? What does additional uses? Additional uses means a few person know additional uses of present continuous tense. What does it refer? Then continuous tense with always may express an idea which is not to the linking of the speaker. Let us check out with it with an example. She is always teaching her children. And second one is he is always praising his friends. And as per its definition, or you can say reason, continuous tense with always may express an idea which is not to the liking of the speaker. Let it take an example to clear further clarification to this topic. Suppose someone praising his friend too much and you don't like his praising or her praising, but he or she praising his friend. Then someone meets you and talk to that person, then you say what? She is always praising his friend, or you can also say he is praising his friend. Means you don't like his praising all the time, but he start praising and praising and praising his or her friend. Then you can say to those person, yeah, you always praising your friends. Stop this. And this is for what you make it easy. And the fourth and D section of additional use is also written for you here. And what does it meaning? Let us check out. There are some of the verbs which sometimes don't admit progressive, and this is the most important. Listen my word, most important point regarding to present continuous, or you can say continuous tense for in whole tense. What I say in whole tense, when we talk about continuous tense, we do not use ing to these verb in general. But listen my word, in general, some of the example you will see ing form of verb is used where, but in general most of the case ing form is not applicable, or you can say is not available for these words. What type of verb we cannot use ing root with? Then verbs of perception, verbs of thinking, verbs of showing possession and feeling, and last but not the least, verbs in general. Verbs of perception means see, taste, smell, hear, prefer, please, and the verbs of thinking process mean think, now, mean, mind, and verbs of possession means own, have, belong, comprise, possess, contain, and verbs of expressing or feeling, or you can say state of mind, means believe, love, hate, wish, want, desire, and many more. And last but not the least, verbs in general means what? Look, seems, appear, affect, resemble, cost, require, stand, face, become. These are the verbs we cannot use before with these word. Then these are the word which is not used in which cannot be used in continuous tense. This is the point what I am trying to teach you. And let us check it out with some example regarding to previous slide. Study these sentence carefully, and uh, this side sentences is written in correct form, and in the other opposite side these are the sentences which is correct form of these sentences. Let it check it out. He is owning a car, and in previous slide, own, what does it shows? It shows possession, and when we talk about possession we have to use indefinite form, not continuous form. So we can correct it by removing ing, and when we remove ing we also have to remove is from this very sentence, that is he is owning a car. So correct form is he owns a car. And these are all sentences written for you, and it's your duty to identify or clarify yourself by judging the correct and incorrect form of these sentences. Let me go ahead and here is a very similar slides. Before that slide, what? The rose smells sweet. The rose smells sweet. What does it meaning hold? Rose smells sweet. Stative verb. It is static, not in progress. And when we have to say someone in progressive verb, or you can say progressive manner, then when you have to use ing form, that is she is smelling a black rose, means right now. She lives in Chennai, stative verb. And she is living in India at present, temporary action. And you can also check it out yourself. Well, let me go ahead and most important you can say part of tense is perfect tense. The next tense is going to be my present perfect tense, or you can say preceding action. Mark my point. And next tense is, as I said earlier, the present perfect, or you can say imperfect tense. Let us check out it with its definition first before going on to its problem. These tense is a mix. Oh, what I am doing. Sorry guys. Let's continue. This This tense is mixture of present and past, and you can mark only these points. These tenses is a mixture of present and past. What does it meaning hold? Let us try to understand it with example. And before go ahead, uh, I want to describe it with its definition. This tense is a mixture of present and past. At the time of speaking, the action is already completed in the past. It always implies a strong connection with the present, though action took place in the past. Means an action is already being done, but the effect of action is still sustained in your what you say, what you mean. Let us check it with an example. When unfortunately your finger gets cut, and sometimes when someone asks you what happened, then your answer will be what? Your answer must be I have cut my finger. Why you say this? My finger, or you can say I have cut my finger, means your finger was uh, cut in past time, but or you can still you say I have cut my finger. It is present time. Have is a present time, and but your finger was cut in past time, because when your finger is cut, or you can say cutted, uh, you may feel some pain when you speak to that person. I have cut my finger. uh, I hope this is clear, and let us try to understand or more clear or more familiar to these tenses, because this is the tense you have to uh, focus on these. So let's try it with an example. And generally the following adverbs and conjunction are used to express this preceding action. These are the some words which helps you in determining the action is done when, in past time or in present time. When these words are used in a sentence, we have to use present perfect tense. Word like even, ever, just, recently, already, yet, up to now, so far, lately, before, recently, and many more. Let us check it out with example. My first example regarding to these tense is I have just seen that film. Means I have just seen that film, means I no need to see that movie anymore. Second, I have already had my breakfast. So I need not to uh, breakfast again. And yes, and some of the other important point is also written for you here. What? Present perfect. Sorry for inconvenience. Present perfect plus point of time. Listen, these are the most important word. What makes simple past? Present perfect plus point of time. When combined in a sentence, or you can say use in a sentence, then we have to use simple past, not present perfect tense. Let it clear it with example. And it should be noted that the point of time in the past indicate that the action took place at a point in the past. The action of time in the past is expressed by since, ever since. These are the words which helps us in determining what? Whether the sentence is going to be written in present perfect or in simple past. Let it check out. And these are another some important word. Last, yesterday, the day, the other day, ago, before, back, formerly, any time in the past. When used in a sentence, or you can say when used in a sentence, then you have to use past indefinite, not present continuous or any other. Let us check it out. She has returned 2 days ago or before. Ago or before is a past time word, and when past time word is used in a sentence, then we have to use past indefinite rather than present perfect. So in order to correct this sentence, we have to omit has from this sentence. And second sentence, she returned 2 days ago. And ago means this is also past time word. And so she returns 2 days ago is going to be correct, because past time is used and past tense and past indefinite tense is also used. So this sentence is going to be absolutely 100% correct. You need not to change. Well, and second, when present indefinite plus present expression is used, when present indefinite and time expression is used, we have to use what? Present perfect. We cannot use past indefinite. Let it check it out. He has known me for 2 years. He has known me for 2 years. Here is also past time, here is also time expression is used. Here is also here is also time expression word is used. But this time expression word does not come from, or you can say does not refer past time, or you can say do not have a relation with past for 2 years. When when 2 years, this is not mentioned here. So when present indefinite plus time expression, not past time expression. In previous slide I have discussed what past time expression is used, then we have to use past indefinite. But here when time expression is used, we have to use present perfect, not past indefinite or any other. Let us check it out with another example. She has owned this parlor since 2002. Since. Here is a word used, since. Since means uh, any work is started in 2002, and these work is can be still continue. So we have to use present perfect tense irrespective of past indefinite tense. I hope this is clear to all. And here is a note. What? Look up perfect continuous tense for details about some time expression, and we will discuss it in upcoming slide. First of all, we have to go with some amazing problem related to present perfect tense, and I hope you will all try it with yourself and comment its answer in comment section. And you can also try it and another tense is going to start, that is the past indefinite tense. As per its definition, when these words are used, what type of word? Often, seldom, usually, normally, generally, occasionally, sometimes, never, always, frequently, rarely, daily, used to, would, with past time. Listen my word, with past time. Then you have to use past indefinite tense. I hope you all understand its definition, but I try to clear it with some amazing example too. First example is, they never drank wine. Means it is habitual action. It is habitual action of past. It is habitual action of past. He always carried an umbrella. It is also a habitual action of past. I used to go to Delhi by train. It is also going to be habitual action of past. She would go there daily. It is also comes under what? Habitual action. Right? Okay. And the B point refers these tenses is also used for a single act completed in the past. Definite point of time is denoted by word since, ever since, earlier, ago, back, before, last, yesterday, the day. And as I have discussed in previous slide, these are the words which indicate past time, and when these are the words used in a sentence, then what we have to do, we all have to do use past indefinite tense, not any other. Let us check it out. I met your brother yesterday. Yesterday is an adverb of time which shows passing time, or you can say past time. So we have to use past indefinite with that word. She bought a car for 2 years, and 2 years ago, when she bought a car 2 years, then we have to use has, and this is going to be present perfect tense. But when what is used ago, then we have to use past indefinite tense, because ago is another adverb which shows past time, not present time. Listen my word. And here is also some written statement is written to clarify or familiar with the more clear. I have met your brother yesterday. It is wrong, and how it can be corrected? It can be corrected by removing have from this sentence. And the second is, she has bought a car 2 years ago. Again, ago is an adverb which shows past time. So we have to remove has in order to correct this sentence. Well, I hope this is clear to all. And note, a note is written. What does it mean? Present perfect. Let me change the color of pen, and thickness of pen is also, yeah, this is fine. What I am saying, present perfect plus point of time. When used in a sentence, we have to use past, simple past, means past indefinite. Let us try it with example. I come here every Sunday. Here point of time is given, every Sunday. I went to Delhi yesterday. Point of time is also. I shall go there tomorrow. Point of time is also here. But further we go ahead, I clear you, and or you I want to clear you. Point of time denotes the time when the action takes place. Present, or it can be present, it could be past, it could be future tense, it could be any, but we have to use indefinite. Okay. And here is a rubbish slide. And I hope you all enjoy this session of tense, and I will back with remaining session with the remaining topic of tense very soon. Till enjoy and take care of yourself. Goodbye.